All right. Hello, everybody. Club Fit Challengers. Happy Tuesday to you. It is October 10th, and we are kicking off here in the first week as we've just finished or kind of heading into our second week here of our Club Fit Challenge here for October and November. And so this is something that we're super passionate about as far as a program to really help people in the transformation, in the ongoing support, encouragement, as well as contests that are involved in this program. And so if you aren't logging into your app, we want to make sure you're having one of those high five days, all right, in your habit tracker, but also getting into your weekly rhythm. So this is something that's going to be really important for us as we're going through this program here and your weekly modules. So every day when you log into your app, we'll go over a few things here in your app of what you want to focus on, what you want to be paying attention to, which is right there inside on the bottom of your app. And let me see if I can get a chance to show this. Which is your feed. So when you log into your app and you get a chance to log in, you're going to be focusing right there on what do I do every single day? Well, when you wake up, make sure we're selected here on the right one. I got to click on the right challenge here, so we're showing the right data. I've been obviously in the multiple challenges in our VIP program, but down here on the bottom, you're going to see the feed. Under the feed is what we're going to be focusing on a daily basis. So this is where you want to focus your attention. So every day we're going to be popping stuff in here. There's usually one post, maybe two posts in here that are showing you what we want to be focusing on for the day. So to keep it really simple, to chunk it down. In your portal, you're going to have your weeks and your modules. So right now we are here in week number 1 for our module number 1. So what is a diet? These short little videos and our habit trackers are all here is something we want to make sure that everybody is paying attention to. So that way, these short little videos, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 5-minute chunks here, your quick start guide, your module number 1, you've got your simplified snacks. These are pretty darn amazing. If you haven't got a chance to log in and take a look at all of the different things that are inside of it. The content in here is incredible. And of course, your meal plan, right? So in terms of your meal plan, you've got the incredible, healthy, nutritious meals that are there to be able to complement our everyday lives. So make sure you're getting into the program. So everything that you're going to see inside of here when it comes to the modules, your replays, your feed, everything is there. So the replay of this call is going to be right here under your portal, under Zoom replays. So we have a replay from our welcome week, which we did last week here with Kim. And then today, obviously, is going to be recorded and is going to be available. So we went through the app and all the different things that we have from our habit tracker, our recipes, the workouts. Obviously, we want to make sure that we're focusing on here. So I've got multiple workouts in there that might not be in yours because that's our VIP membership, which you could do after this. And of course, again, the one thing you want to make sure is if you get into your profile, make sure you get your measurements and take your before and afters. Super, super, super important. Okay. So, but today, outside of the app, we're going to focus on what is the most important part of this. And it's one of the things that I feel like it's a great thing that we have here is called Club Fit Challenge. One of the challenges with calling it Club Fit Challenge is a lot of people think that it's primarily centered necessarily around working out, which I would understand why, right? However, the majority of when it comes to health are the decisions that we're making of what we're putting in our body. And the things that in terms of weight loss is not necessarily about working out more. For anybody that has ever gone down this path, that is a mistake. Also, there's so many things in terms of your health that don't show up on what we call a traditional ways of maybe weight loss, which is a scale. So they're what we call NVS, non-scale victories, right? And when it comes to your health, it is a completely different thing, which is why we are so grateful to have this incredible individual here as the formulator of the Life by Secret product line, which you get $100 in credit or $120 as a customer to shop to your heart's desire from the Life by Secret product line here with us today. And so without any further ado, I'm excited to have him on here so he can share with you really why these products exist. Also, a little bit of detail on some of the most popular products that we have here that we recommend that you make sure that you not only use your credit for, but also that you are having on a regular order here, what we call a subscribe and save here with Secret. So that way you're never without the products that you truly love in order to get those results throughout this program, because these are kind of like hand in hand, so, step and step. So we've got our Club Fit program, and then we've got our nutritional Life by Secret product products. And that's really what is creating the magic behind it. So without any further ado, so happy to have him, my dear friend, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Howard Cohn, or Howie, you know. there's the smile. I think you're muted, boss. Did I mute you and you can't unmute, or can you unmute? Let's see.
I'm good.
Perfect.
Now.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So, or shake and greens for dinner. So,
yes. What's up, buddy?
I'm
so
good.
great
How
to
are
see
you,
you.
boss?
Been a hot minute. Yes, doing fantastic.
So, where in the world are you right now? Obviously, in your car.
I'm in my car in Southern California right this second, right now.
Very
About to
cool.
have something happen. Yes, very excited to be with you all and excited about our next Club Fit Challenge. So
Yeah.
great to see everybody who has been through it, who has had transformational results, not just in their um, weight, if you will, or their body fat, but really in their health and their lifestyle. And through this process, with everything that you put together, what Kim put together, and then what we have here at Secret, really seeing that people's lives are changing because it's changing their families, their friends, how they experience life, their energy, whether they're engaging in life or they're tired and going to sleep when they get home versus actually playing with their family and doing things and living this life that is so great that we're blessed to have every day. So cool. Welcome, brand new people. And I'm sure it's going to be something that will transform as well for you.
Absolutely. So we've got a lot we want to cover here today, and hopefully we have a few minutes here to, at the end, maybe to open it up for a Q&A session here slightly. So get those questions prepared for those if we've got some time. And feel free to chat down here in the chat box if you got something here that you want to mention. Maybe we can pop it in here as we kind of do this interview style. So, but before we get started with the actual specific behind the products here that you've created, you know, I guess why, right? So obviously, you've been the founder of the Cohn Health Institute in Southern California now for over 3 decades, which has been, you know, such a huge part of your life. And you know, these products that were originally created, if I'm not mistaken, in 2011 now, so over 12 years now that these products have been in development. And it's not all of them. You started with a couple of them, and then there were things that started adding on to it. But you know, maybe give me a little bit of background here as to this. After 30 years and having thousands of products that you've dealt with over the years, and every probably company and facet, and you know, why did you decide to create your own products, and what was the foundation for starting this product line?
Well, you know, we created them because we realized after all this time that there were some basic foundational things that people were not getting in their health. And when we looked at why they weren't getting them, it was the cost. They weren't simple. They weren't easy to prepare. And most of the times, the healthier the food, the less great tasting it is. And these were enough to stop people from doing the things that really could have also prevent them from going down the road of no return. And so our goal was really to just remove the roadblocks to why they were doing it. Or why they were not doing it in this case. So there were simple things like we knew that if we could do one thing, you know, out of thousands of different products that I use and represent at my clinic, as far as having available for certain people with certain conditions, we really wanted to make sure that we had exactly what somebody's going to need to really just have their health happen. And so, really foundationally, the most important thing after much research was raw green foods. And most people didn't want to do it because it just doesn't taste good. You know, if you have an opportunity to eat a donut or you have an opportunity to eat raw broccoli, you're usually going to go with a donut. And so, with food so readily available, or what people are calling food so readily available, it's really tough to compete with that. So, we knew that if we couldn't make it so simple that you can prepare it within seconds, if we couldn't make it so simple that you could afford it, and you couldn't make it so simple that a child would want it, then it would never take. And so, you know, after much deliberation and much formulation and a lot of crappy samples, we created something that is almost impossible to duplicate anywhere, as many know. So we have our greens. And then for the purists who just didn't care if it tasted good, we took it the way God created it and put it in a capsule for them. And then we realized that, well, you can put good stuff in people, but you got to help them stop putting the bad stuff in. And people wanted fast food. They wanted to eat something really quick. So we created a shake. We had a choice between a shake and a bar, and a shake was actually better, simpler, cleaner, and had more shelf life so that we can get it to people, and it was sustainable. And we started with vanilla, we added chocolate, realizing that you could add things yourself and turn it into any flavor that you wanted. And so that was our foundation. And then we also realized that, you know what, it doesn't matter what we do or say, people are not going to stop eating crap. People are going to drink things. They're going to eat things. They're going to get exposed to things that is going to stress their body out. And when your stress level goes up, you start storing fat, and their body just stays in this low level chronic stress, sympathetic overload that people read about, hear about. And so we knew that alkaline minerals were used to actually put people into a more relaxed state, and the absence of them led them to have a more acidic life and lifestyle. And that's why we created our boosters, originally called alkaline boosters. If you're wondering why we're boosting something at night before we go to bed, that's where it came from. And so realizing that also sleep is when you burn the most fat. If you're disrupting sleep, you're not burning fat. The other thing about sleep is that the number one form of torture in the world is sleep deprivation. So if you want anybody to do anything, uh, don't let them sleep. So we knew that if we can get people sleeping, all this would shift. And that happened with simple alkaline minerals. And people quickly realized that, man, I could just get away with so much now by taking my boosters before I go to bed, which we don't recommend, but it was there for the people that, like all of us, will, have a hard time saying no to that pizza every now and then, or that beer, or whatever it is, right? And then while looking to figure out how to just handle something as simple as making coffee healthier for you, we stumbled on the miracle molecular hydrogen, which is now has taken over this company as the number one most used product. People know it as recovery. They know another version is hydro effects as a long lasting versus a fast acting product to really stave off or help stave off all the different things you read about. So this combination creates this like super band of products, which was the foundation we originally called Health Made Simple. And we realized that when people are healthier, their body works better and they're able to let go of fat and weight and garbage and toxins. So we saw that our Simple Health Made Simple program was outperforming like 90 some odd percent of any weight loss company's products, or our carb cravings and our salt cravings, which that help mitigate. And we realized, again, if you want to double down, just have your shake twice a day rather than once, and displace two crappy meals instead of just one. And now we have the best, most efficient, most productive management program in the planet, in my biased opinion. But it's based on results, so it doesn't have to be biased.
Well, I mean, guys, we like that. You don't have to take, his word for it. You just ask a fellow challenger, that has gone through the program. The results are obvious. That when the results that people are getting through the program here, and that. But going back here to, our shake here and our vanilla shake. I know we've got chocolate that's on the way here, which I know some people have been asking about, and I'll give you guys an update here on some of the products that have been out of stock here for a bit that will be back on shelves here soon. But on the shake here, when you take a look at shakes on the market, right? So because I literally had somebody just today here that I sat down and presented Secret to here at my house. And one of the things he wanted to obviously try the shake. He's like, okay, well, I take a whey protein shake. I asked him, I said, what do you take? So and he was telling me, well, whether it be price or I buy this whey thing from Costco. So obviously a lot of the shakes that are on the market, not all shakes are created equal, whether it be in network marketing or outside of network marketing. So maybe you tell us a little bit about why specifically what makes our shake different. Why is vegan versus whey? What's the difference between those? Because that was fascinating news to me when I heard it the first time.
So whey was never popular as an ingredient ever before people realized they could turn a waste product into something that they could sell to people, and based on their ignorance. So, whey was usually a byproduct of the dairy industry, a waste product, but someone realized that the protein complement, or the protein, let's say, layout, if you will, of whey was really good. But they failed to realize that it was designed for a cow. And a cow has a goal of weighing 600 pounds. And a cow has four stomachs. The human has one stomach,
And if they weigh 600 pounds, they're on a, documentary TV show. They're not like living their best life. So it was not, it's not a good plan. So many people, I mean, dairy and dairy derivatives, whether it's casein or whether it's lactose or whether it's some other part of dairy is, counting for the top, always in the top three most allergic foods to humans. Yet we love our cheese and we love our milk and milkshakes and our cream and our coffee and all these different ice creams and things and preparations of really pus and mucus from a cow who has a goal of weighing 600 pounds and has four stomachs. So not a good plan for most people. People come in, they wonder where their rosacea is coming from. They wonder where their bloating is coming from, their gas, their allergic rhinitis, all these different things. And it's usually as simple as getting them off their whey shake, which they thought was healthy because they're whoever in their life that they, touted as their health person recommended it, or they saw something on the internet, or they read something. And then not all vegan shakes are the same either. Forever people were doing soy. I mean, there was a time when you would go into a Starbucks and you thought you were being healthy because you got soy milk, and soy is a goitrogen. Soy like slows down your metabolism. Soy is, processed in a way where it's just not good for most people. If you're not, grown up with fermented soy in Asian culture, you're usually not going to be able to digest that, So, and people are not doing well with that either. So we looked at different plant-based ingredients that you can actually put together to have a great complement, and the combination of rice with pea along with which was or had to be organic, because if it's not organic, it's not gonna you're gonna introduce all these other problems. And then along with like amaranth and quinoa and chia and all these different medicinal ancient grains that are, again, are gluten-free and dairy-free and soy-free and nut-free and nightshade-free and all the things you need it to be, which why people get these next level results that they're getting. And then we made it taste so good compared to, again, other shakes. And even there are other shakes out there that look like it, but people don't know. There's a lot of things behind the scenes where you can make a label look the same, but and it's cheaper because you get it at a big box store, but not knowing that it was cheaper for them to buy in bulk things that were older on the shelf as far as ingredients, and then use those ingredients, or having stretched the let's say the legal limits of certain things where you can still call something organic. There are different suppliers that you get things from, and so people use the cheapest supplier they can get and still get the label credit. And people don't know that. And a lot of times when they go to these big box stores, the only reason they can charge so little is A, they're ordering in massive bulk, so they're sitting longer, and then B, is they're using ingredients that always can't be accounted for. And then there's certain things that I personally do to make sure these products and these ingredients are working together in a very synergistic way that people have no idea about. It helps me protect you guys and know that the products that you have are not going to be duplicated. And so that they're very done in a specific way, which makes it very hard, to have many places that can produce it. So the blessing and the curse of that, as you've so seen.
Yes, for sure. So now so guys, this is something that when I started hearing a little bit about this, because, they say, ignorance is bliss, and there may be areas in life that you could possibly say that, but when it comes to nutrition, ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is obesity. Ignorance is type 2 diabetes. Ignorance is it's a whole lot of things that we want to stay away from. So we want people, that's one of the reasons why I'm so grateful for this program, for Doc, this challenge and the things we do, because this is not about a fitness program. It's a fitness for your mind. It's fitness for your soul. It's fitness for your nutrition. So it's all the things here that we want to increase here to be able to get better on it. So from the nutrition side of it, which is, again, so one of the things is this: if you have not used your $100 in credit, one of them, in my opinion, got to get your vanilla shake. So it's in your back office. Make sure you get that shake. It's got to be in your repertoire. So because it is a big part of our program here. And it's one of those things that I learned through my process here was kind of when in doubt, have a shake. When in doubt, have a shake, right? So, and I can tell you, just that one saving, that one line. Because I used to do a lot of comparison is like, well, is it better than? And it's like, well, is this Snickers bad? Well, you know, compared to 10 Snickers, no. You know, so it's not. So, but is it better? But when you're making good decisions and you start looking at, okay, how can I make these small incremental decisions of something that can be so beneficial for my day, right? So nutrition, nutrition, nutrition. So on that, I think it was brilliant. Now, one of the other things here, Doc, that I think is a unique product that we have that in the back office, which we have are two, which is the hydrogen or HydroFX and recovery. Now, we currently, the chewables are still here on back order, but the recovery in your back office are #1 selling product. This is a product that I quite frankly didn't quite understand. And I know that even when it was first introduced to the world of Secret was kind of like, do we really need that? You know, and it has become the by a long shot, our #1 selling product, which is huge. So, but what is recovery? I hear molecular hydrogen. You know, I don't even know what that means. So what does hydrogen do? I know this is a tough subject because there's a lot that you can't totally say, but give us you know, give us the best you can here on hydrogen for us, or why recovery is something that you need to, if it's in stock, you need to have 4 bottles on backup.
Yeah, 4 bottles like every 30 days. Yeah. So where do you want to start? So I mean, it is the, you know, out of 3,500 products that we have in the Cohn Health Institute, it is the #1 most used product because it does the most heavy lifting. It is who you want on your team. It's like who you build a team around if you're in a sports world. It is a generational player in a sports example. It is the thing. It is what you want. If you want something to happen in your body, you have a better chance of seeing it happen with molecular hydrogen in your system than if you don't. It is the most abundant, hydrogen is the most abundant molecule in the universe. That's why, if you remember chemistry class, the periodic table, it's #1. So there could only be one #1. So in the periodic table, it's #1. It's the Cohn Health Institute is #1. It's Secret, it's the #1 seller and the most used product and the most upsetting if it's ever out on back order. So it is the thing because people realize that their body functions better on it than if it doesn't. So now you could go to these third-party websites like hydrogenstudies.com or hydrogenstudies.com and see all these peer-reviewed medical journal articles about breathing molecular hydrogen with like a molecular hydrogen machine, drinking hydrogen infused water, where you have also machines that infuse hydrogen in water. And then what we brought to the world and made famous is the ingestion of molecular hydrogen. Now, there's a lot of other companies out there that have effervescent tablets that you put in water and then you drink the water. The problem is it dissipates really quick, it's very hard to measure, it's more expensive, some of them smell like rotten eggs. It is not the most efficient way to do it. It's just a way to do it. It's a cheap way to do it. A lot of people are selling it. There's like 1 or 2 places they get it made, and then there's like 60 people think it's their own, pretend it's their own product and just market it away. We said that's not good enough, and so that we, you know, went to Europe and worked with some scientists and found a way to get it in a tablet where you could just swallow it and not have to need anything. And then, as you know, recently we're able to get it in a chewable form. We've had it in a powdered form. There's lots of different forms, but the most common is the ingestible recovery tablet. And it is very fast acting. If you're in the athletic world, whether you're a climber, you can climb higher. Whether you're an athlete, you can perform better. If you need to recover faster, you will, because it helps drop lactic acid so you're not as sore after exercise, working out, doing whatever you're doing. And then every single form of medicine uses molecular hydrogen to help bring health back, from from oncology to cardiovascular, you know, docs to neurologists to everything. Each world has studies on it for using hydrogen. What we did was we created a better delivery system to get it to more humans quicker for less money. Not everybody can afford a machine to breathe. Not everybody can afford an alkaline water machine, but everybody could afford a bottle of recovery. It's what's truly in this industry called a hero product. It is a generational product, and it is, molecular hydrogen in medical journals have been called a scientific miracle, and nobody really uses the word miracle in medical journals. So, and then HydroFX was another form of hydrogen generated from coral calcium that has been used throughout Japan for a long, long time. It didn't get as much traction because it is very slow acting, but it's long lasting. So you have this effect. So people take it over a long period of time. It's been used forever to detox all these different things, radiation, so on and so forth. This form of hydrogen, it is a long-standing antioxidant. So, with it comes all these kind of claims we can't make, but is well demonstrated throughout history. And so this double hit of recovery and HydroFX is tremendous. So that's why I take them both every day.
Of course. So now for me, I love so I had somebody that was like, oh, I took one tablet, and I was like, for me, I take 4 when I take it, just for, I'm not, so that's what my doctor told me to take. Take 4, because that's when I feel like I can literally feel the difference. Now, Doc, you told me a story a while back, and I don't remember the details on it, that because, recovery or molecular hydrogen, it's in a form that, even animals that were suffering. But you told me a story a while back about some horses that took this product. What was that story?
Well, there are still horses that take it. There, we always had before there was Secret, there was a earlier company where these products were created for, and then there was a version that was made for horses, quote unquote, a horse pill. It was basically the size of 4 recovery tablets mixed with alfalfa in a big tablet, and they were given to horses, either that way or in a powdered version in their water. And then they would drink it. And they were, hunter jumper horses that would come out of places like the Czech Republic and Hungary, where they were raised and bred. And then they were shipped to a place in Canada outside Toronto called, I think, Uxbridge. And then so there were horse trainers that were using this horse version, what was once called, equine with HydroFX, and so these horses were hunter jumper horses that were able to run faster and jump higher. So there was also even a dog version called Fetch at the time, and that were shaped like little dog bones. That was really recovery, and shaped like a dog bone. And you would see all these videos of dogs that were limping, and then they would take recovery shaped like a bone. The shape of the bone didn't help them work better. It was just cool to see, and they would instantly not be limping. And so dogs are like the best. They're so much better than humans because A, they just love you all the time. B is they don't remember things like if they're mad at you, they're just happy to see you again. C is they're not worried, how much it is. D is they don't care that it's an MLM. E, they don't care if their insurance covers it, and they don't respond to placebo. So they are the absolute best. So although people will grow a tumor out the side of their head before they do anything without their doctor approving it, they have no problem giving it to their dogs. Their dogs would have all these miraculous things happen, and then they go, "Oh, maybe I should try it." It worked for little Skipper, and then that created a whole separate wave. Yes. So now, just disclaim not that you're going to do it right now because you're out, but just if you give your dog, our recovery, make sure it's recovery and not recovery chewables, because the chewables has a little xylitol in it. We don't want to give that to dogs because it's not good for their tummy. There you go.
All right. So recovery. So recovery, not
That's right.
recovery tables,
That's
for
right.
our four-legged
Yes.
our four-legged fur
Yes.
baby.
Canine Fit for the Canine Fit Challenge.
But
Yes.
yeah, so canine fit challenge. So guys, I some of these things that I've learned over the years here of getting a chance to not only get to know Doc, and it's like it is amazing. It's miraculous. And when people see, it really is, it's like magic in a bottle. And so get it in your system. So right now in your back office, you've got that. So for sure, got to get vanilla shake, got to have that in your arsenal. Second thing, got to get recovery, hydro effects. Those are in your back office. One of the next things here, which was a big one here, which a lot of people here, if especially if you're new to this challenge, and we want to kind of cover some of these products that we know that are really important that are available for you right now, which is that boosters. Now we talked a little bit about that, which you take before bed, which I always found interesting. But look, we're humans. Like a lot of us that coming into this challenge, we have habits that we have formed over the years. We have certain taste buds of things that we like, things that we crave, and all of that. So, and before bed, you're taking these boosters, right? So one of the things that you explained to me is this, because my question was this. I was like, so it's like a melatonin, it's like a sleep aid. It helps you go to sleep. And I didn't really understand the effects of it, but many people that when they're starting to use this, I've seen people get off of anti-acid medicines. I've seen them, dramatically improve the quality of their sleep. But you're not like putting people out. It's not like a drug. What is this thing, and and why does it make such a big impact on us? And when we take 4 of these before bed, or sometimes 6 or 8, or that night in Israel we were together where you told me to take 16 before I went to bed. So.
So
That was
disclaimer to the
miserable.
disclaimer to the 16. Yes, yes, he was following doctor's advice. So yeah, always take what's written on the label. The recommended dose for most people is 4 before bed. Now you could take boosters anytime. In fact, we have many NHL hockey players that their coaches have them take them before they skate, like an hour before they skate on an empty stomach, because when you're doing something like an anaerobic sport like hockey at that level, you are creating massive amounts of acid in your body. And if you have to recover between shifts that might last 45 seconds, and then you need to be right back out there at this high level pace, it is a stress. It is a massive stress on the body, and you're able to temper that. So we were finding that people had a hard time following those instructions because it's the only product that you have to make sure you do not take with food. It has to be at least 30 minutes away from food, ideally 45 minutes to an hour, because it's buffering acid, and you need acid when you're eating food to digest your food, thus things like Digestex. So it was a lot easier to like eat a meat lover's pizza and go right to bed unless they've been drinking, and then this would still help. But in any event, you found that people were sleeping better. So it was never, ever developed to help anybody sleep. It was developed to offset the acid in your body that was aging and oxidizing your body faster, knowing that disease does have a hard time growing in a body that is full of oxygen and in an alkaline state. So where the body has access to be able to buffer itself. It's not about alkalizing your gut or your blood. It's just being able to have these things in your body so that your body's able to buffer itself without taxing the body to do it. That's where these boosters came from. So it was really to boost your alkalinity. And then we shifted it to make sure people take it before they go to bed, because the effect of being able to wind down when your alkaline minerals are in your system, it's like someone put a dimmer switch all the way down and now it's dark and you can calm and sleep. But when you go to bed and you're in this acid overload, it's like sleeping with the lights on, or trying to stay asleep with when you don't have blackout shades, you're gonna be woken up, so to speak. So just the overall health effect has been tremendous. It's been really a difference maker in the Club Fit Challenge. getting people to sleep better, burn that brown fat while they're sleeping more efficiently. And this, again, this concert of your body not oxidizing from recovery, when your body also being able to be in a calm, relaxed, fat burning state from boosters, and then offsetting the meals that would make you store fat with the shake, and then having the greens to keep your body oxygenated to be at its maximum furnace ability for metabolism, really just stacks on top of each other so that, nobody's program can touch what we have here.
Mm. Oh, I love it. 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 So, guys, it's one of those things, and I've asked you this, Doc, before, which is like, what's your favorite product? And I know that's like asking you who's your favorite child. Because they really are this, this really symphony, as I've heard you said, individually they're all stars, but together, they make magic together, as they really kind of stack on top of each other and biostack. But one of the other products that is one of the newer products to the category here is our probiotics, right? So now our probiotics I love the delivery method of this, because we have it in these amazing individual packets that, to me, I don't know how you made this taste like Captain Crunch. I think it tastes like Captain. For those that are familiar, some are familiar, but I've heard it said that the gut is like a second brain, and then pre and probiotics, and there's obviously quite a few that are on the market. What is it, that makes your product that you developed, kind of, stand head and shoulders above the rest? And why is this a product that if I have not ordered yet, I should be ordering and using my credit for today?
Captain Crunch, nice.
It does.
If you shoot some energy with it, it's like Captain Crunch with crunch berries. So there you go. There you have it. I know. Hey, I know. If you were born in the last 25 years, you have no idea what we're talking about. But it was a childhood favorite.
I was at the corporate office. I was at the corporate office today, and I found literally in a corner 2 of these, and I'm selling them on the black market for $100.
That's right.
Yeah, they're $100 each, baby. So who wants?
Yes. Yes. Energetic crack, if you will.
So,
yes.
But talk to us about this probiotics. Why? Tell me about it.
Well, listen, we cannot underestimate the fact that it is super fun to take. I have literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of kids in our office that it's their favorite thing to do, and they get upset, yell at their parents if they run out of probiotics, or they don't have any for some reason, or they forgot to give it to them. So it is like by far just a crowd favorite. The other thing too is just like, your microbiome in your gut is everything. I mean, every day you can read somebody else's doctor's Instagram post about how important your gut health is, probiotics, prebiotics, the fact that ours are in a delivery system where we're able to keep it in an organic state, where it's such a large amount, and it's so viable, and it's in a synergistic way where these, you don't need to refrigerate it, so it's easier for people. These are all simple things. The other thing too is, the naturopaths of the world believe that death begins in the colon. It's garbage in, garbage out. And if you are not feeding, you're either feeding, there's more bacteria in your gut than there are cells in your human body. So there is a universe inside our gut that is much bigger than we are. And we are just carriers for this universe of bacteria. And so we're either going to feed it good stuff, or we're going to feed it crap. Now, most of us are feeding it crap. So it is polluting us. It's like a polluted wasteland in our gut from the inside out. And if we could feed it good things, then it actually will flourish in a good way and treat our body better because we fed it better, So that's really the philosophy behind this. The other thing too is a lot of people just, if you're not pooping, you're full of what. So they, you gotta go. And a lot of people are not. And so there's, the line at the bathroom when we launched this product at our event was just hilarious, because there were people that just not gone to the bathroom in a long time. I think there was a toilet tissue shortage, but not like running to the bathroom like they had a problem, like had diarrhea or anything. But they're like, wow, I've been full of, poop, and now it's pooping. And so half of health is not what we're deficient in, but it's what we're toxic in that we need to move out of us faster and more efficiently. And this is one of the things like Digestex to help make that happen.
I love it. I love it. Guys, this is so I hope you guys are getting value from this as I have. So because a lot of the reasons why we put this call together and we did this here with Dr. Cohn is not just to, look, ingredients, we can look at them. And when you go into it and you start looking at this and the quality of our ingredients and the fact that we have, in some of our products that we have the informed sports signia, which means we've been tested for banned substances, and professional athletes, Olympic athletes can take this product. This is a product that's really head and shoulders above the rest. And, and I love one of the first things I heard Dr. Cohn say is our only competition is ignorance. And I don't mean stupidity. Stupidity is something different. Ignorance is just people don't know. They don't know. So why we're doing this is to educate you on not only the power of our products, but if you don't have these right now and you're using them, the people that are getting results on our Club Fit Challenge are not just following the program, they're using the products. And my recommendation is when you log into your customer back office or your customer suite or your agent back office is to set up your subscribe and save for these products. So you're just never without. We give priority to our subscribe and saves. When we get our products back in stock, they are prioritized for our subscribe and saves. So definitely one of the things that we highly recommend. Doc, as we're kind of wrapping up here today, and we appreciate your time here. If you guys have any questions, drop them into the chat box. If I can get them answered, or we can get them to Dr. Cohn, we'll make sure and put them inside of the group. And don't hesitate to bring your questions to our group, to our Club Fit community. We've got our Club Fit community inside the app. We also have our Club Fit community on Facebook, and those are great places. But if you were to say, so when we're looking at the people who join a program, right? So, over the years, you have seen thousands, tens of thousands of patients, trained 50 doctors. You are on the front line. I know you see clients every day that come to you with serious issues, like severe issues that want change in their life, right? And they want something to be better. They want something to be different, or they want something to go away. Like, I want this to not be here anymore. I don't want to deal with this anymore, right? So you have people coming to you. You've created a product line that now we can't treat, we can't cure, but and all that. But I guess my question is really this. And this is not just a product related question. I'm asking you based around those that are starting this challenge. I see a lot of people join things. Unfortunately, not a lot of people finish things. So, the product that you buy that sits on your shelf does you no good. All right. The program that you joined that you don't watch the videos does you no good. Right. So for those that are starting this challenge, what would you say from that you found being maybe effective in your life or in your patient's life, your agent's life, to not just starting a program, but finishing a program? And even if it's not a forever, 60 days. How do we get somebody for 60 days to just go, okay, I am not going to fall off the wagon, and all that kind of stuff? And do you have any advice for anyone like that and how to complete the challenge?
I mean, it's always good to have a goal and reward yourself with something. Although, as you know, people are more worried about fear of loss than they are any kind of gain. Like with any kind of fitness challenge, with any kind of program, it's more fun, like many things in life, to not do alone. It's more fun to do it with somebody else. So the best thing you could ever do is invite somebody to join and do this challenge with you, and have a buddy, have a partner, have somebody that can hold you accountable and you could hold them accountable. Find somebody that really talks about making a change, but really needs to be a change. And it doesn't have to be fit. It could be just getting healthier. They know that they've just been feeling crappy lately, or they're just feeling bloated, or feeling tired or sluggish, or not sleeping well, or something's hurting on them, or they're just not having fun in life. And then, and do something. Say, hey, why don't we do this thing together? Let's hold each other accountable. Let's attain this goal. And in 60 days, let's do this. Let's go out to dinner here. Let's go on this trip here. Let's go and celebrate this. Let's all go shopping together and buy ourselves this. Let's do this, and let's say that, and let's just do it. I need a buddy. I need help. I want you to be my buddy. I'm going to be here for you all the way through. Let's be honest with each other. Let's commit to each other, and let's do it. Yeah, and that is the best thing and best way to do it, because we have a community here. This community is forever something that is not like anywhere else. The more you do things with these people that you'll meet through secret, the places you go, the places you travel, the fun you have, the stories you share. It takes a village, and our village, thanks to the digital world, the upside of that is that it's global, and while there's crap going on in the world, we can create our own world of great things happening together. You have tremendous support in the groups, the Facebook groups, the Telegram groups that have been put together here by Jesse. And this community is something that I think is way bigger than just losing weight.
For sure. Absolutely. Well, guys, we have something special for you guys. If you haven't heard the news, the Club Fit Challenge registration for the October challenge, the last day to join, was supposed to be yesterday. So our IT team today, when they woke up, they said, hey, we're going to pull these packs down today for the Club Fit Challenge. And I said, you know what? Could you give me one more day? And the reason why is I knew this call was going to be happening tonight here with Dr. Cohn. And I know there are some people here that might be thinking to themselves after hearing this going, you know what? There's somebody else I need to get on this challenge. And so we are leaving the Club Fit Challenge packages for the challenge for October up until the end of tonight. So it is almost 6 p.m. here, Pacific Standard Time. We're going to leave that up here through the night. So that way they're going to come down in the morning. So as soon as our IT team comes into our corporate office tomorrow, they're going to pull those packs down. So we got an extra night for you guys. If our East Coasters, you'll have a little bit of the morning before they get in there to get those packages in. So I don't know exactly what time they're going to be pulled down. I can't guarantee it. I just told them at least to give me until after midnight tonight. So if you know any last person that hasn't made the decision, or, after hearing this, you understand how powerful this program can be for somebody else, whether it's a fellow agent, a customer, or a new friend, or somebody who's never been a part of this, get them in on the program, have them come join us with this, because we know the impact that it's going to make. I know many people have been waiting for, some updates. I promise you guys, as soon as we get firm dates on some of the products that are going to be back in stock here, we will be blasting that out over all of our communication channels. I promise you, we're not going to be keeping that a secret. Trust me, we know you guys are waiting. Some of you patiently, some of you impatiently, and for obvious reasons, because we want to get the products in your hands. At Elevate, which is for those of you guys that are working on our distributor side or our business side, we have our convention at the end of this month here in October, and we have some very big updates for you guys here about that program. So guys, I want to thank you so much for being a part of this challenge with us for the month of October and November. It's going to be a fun one, especially as we're going into holiday season. So have a blessed Tuesday, and we can't wait to see you in the app, posting, commenting, sharing, and more importantly, making sure that you are using your products. So if you haven't used your credit, go order your products so that way we can get more of these in you, more of the products on you, and more of the products working for you. So Dr. Cohn, thank you, my brother. I can't thank you enough for the time, the focus, the attention here, and more importantly, these amazing, miraculous, miracle products that you have put together for us. So we love you, and we'll see you guys. Agents will be on our other call here in a little bit. We'll see you guys over there. Bye.
Bye, guys.